Okay, so hello everyone and welcome to the, oh my God, 10th demo of our enterprise wallet project. And as usual, we are going to start from the slides and I will share the updates because we haven't seen each other for a long time. Okay, so let me know if you don't see my screen. Okay, so let me check again. Okay, yeah, so it's shared. So our project code name Omni and demo number 10. Let's go. So first of all, I'd like to say that last time we said that we were working on the new design, and the new design should be lightweight, nice and smooth. And also we have made some UX improvements for the wallet management and for the staking management. So it looks better and much easier to use. And also we thought about our product during the redesign. So we thought about our target audience who are enterprises, power users, and for sure we don't forget about individuals. And we have multi-shard and multi-sig wallets, and our application is multi-chain. It works with more than 63 chains right now. And also it is multi-asset. And we start thinking that comparing to the proposal that we made about a year ago, it's really huge spectrum of features that we provide to the Polkadot ecosystem. And thinking about the whole this spectrum of features, because now we have not only the multi-sigs and transfers, we only have a staking. The decision was made to name our project Nova Spektr. So today we are starting our new series of demo that's called Nova Spektr demo. And our product is called the Nova Spektr or just Spektr. And today we are going to have a demo number 1 of Nova Spektr. So let's refresh and let's turn around the page and let's start. So this is what we promised to do. And we started from the wallets about a year ago, and now we have watch-only wallets and wallets with a parity signer, or like it's called now a Polkadot wallet. But we still have a backward compatibility with a parity signer if the user haven't upgraded to a new version. And we implemented new important thing that's called multi-shard wallet. Also, for this multi-shard wallet, we allow the user to sign multiple transactions in a single action, or like we call it at once. And balances were implemented. Now, user can check all the balances of all his accounts in all networks that we support. And for sure, the balances may be checked with a breakdown to the categories. It may be locked, reserved, and transferable. We can allow the user to top up his wallet with the receive token screen and also manage networks. So the user can select the network that he'd like to work with and how he'd like to work with them. So our application allows to switch between predefined RPC nodes or add the custom node that the user like to use. And one experimental thing is the light clients. So we allow to work with light clients for the Polkadot and Kusama networks. And this is a big limitation that the light clients may be turned on only for 2 networks. But we implemented the parachain data verification that is really tricky and allows to verify the data from the parachains based on the light client relay chain connection. And for the transfer, we are supporting transfers for all types of balances and assets pilot in the ecosystem. And we support the staking for the Polkadot and Kusama. We are supporting the nomination. And also it works in a single shard and multi-shard mode. And the last thing that we made is a multi-sig account and multi-sig operation. So everything was completed. And now I'm going to show you everything, starting from the pairing accounts and settings, and proceed with transfers, and finish it with multi-sig operations and staking. So before we start, let me check. Maybe someone would like to join, or there are some questions in the chat. Yeah, seems no. Then, okay, so let me show how the process would look like if you'd like to start using the Nova Spektr that is going to be released soon. So you can download the source code or the pre-built release from the GitHub. And I already have downloaded it. So here it is. And I installed it just like a regular application on Windows, macOS, and Linux. So yeah, it's installed and I can run it. And here you see the warning that the Nova Spektr is an application downloaded from the internet. It's a usual macOS warning. You can just proceed. So let's wait while it's loading. Okay, here it is. And yes, so this is the Nova Spektr. Let me clean up my screen. Yeah, so it looks better now. Yeah, so this is the Nova Spektr. And you can resize the window and make it a full screen, but the original size is this one. So let me share what we can do, where we can start. We can start from the pairing the wallet. It may be a Polkadot wallet or watch-only wallet. And we are going to support ours wallets in terms of the next development. So it will be published on our roadmap. I'm not going to focus on it right now. And let me start from pairing the Polkadot wallet. So for that purpose, I click here and I'm starting the camera, and I should prepare the QR code according to the guide here. And I generate the QR code in the Polkadot vault, I scan it. Okay, so, and at the left, I have to enter the wallet name. So let's say it's, yeah, it should be, oh my God, demo 1. Okay. And at the right, I see which addresses in each network I can manage with this wallet. So I click continue. And now my balances are being loaded. So it usually takes some time, but it will be cached, and in future it will load much faster. Okay, so you see that some of the balances are already loaded. And I would like to hide 0 balances because I have assets only in the 5 or 4 networks. And yes, so let's check what we have. So we have the DOT token in Polkadot, and I can check the balance breakdown. So I have transferable, locked, and reserved, the same in Akala, same in, for example, Edgeware, and the same in the West End. So in the West End, I have some tokens locked and more tokens reserved. It's because I'm using this wallet for multi-sigs. And it's the first thing that the user sees. And also I can check the staking, my operations, but it works for multi-sig wallet only, and address book at the left, and also check the notification and settings. But I'm going to back to it a little bit later. And now I'm going to add one more wallet that I don't own, but I'd like to be able to check it. So we call it a watch-only wallet. And let me just copy the address from my notes. So this one. Okay, so it will be the demo watch-only wallet with the following address. And you see to right the list of accounts that I can check. Okay, so I just click continue and it's selected immediately. And now you see the same asset screen, but comparing to the Polkadot Vault wallet, there are no send and receive buttons because it's a watch-only wallet and I can't make any operations using it. So it looks pretty well. And let's start exploring our application further. So let's sit here on this screen and I'm going to show you what we can do here. So I can click to the receive button and here will be the QR code that I can share in order to get some tokens there. And also the address is shown here. I can copy it and send to my friend in order to get tokens to my wallet. And one more interesting thing that I can make a transfer. So let's try to make some transfers. I should copy the recipient address. Yeah. So let's start from transferring dot token. So what I'd like to do, I'd like to put here the address. And the next thing that I should do is enter the amount. I can try to put 6.8 or even 6.88. And now you see that we have a message that insufficient balance to pay network fee because the network fee is 0.1. And if to sum up the network fee and transferable amount, then it will be less than available amount. So I'm going to send just one dot. Okay, so the network fee is calculated and I click to the continue. And here I see the confirmation screen where I can check the sender, the recipient, the transferable amount, and I should sign it again. So I'm going to prepare my Polkadot Vault, click to the scanner. Okay, and okay, I've got a message that the metadata should be updated. So for that purpose, I can visit the metadata portal. And here is the metadata portal that hosted by Novasama. And here I can get the metadata for all the parachains that are supported by the Nova Wallet mobile application and the Nova Spektr. So I click to the metadata. Sorry, and I'm starting to scan the QR code. It usually takes some time. So yeah, let's wait for a few seconds. While it's scanning, you can check how much networks are supported here. It's more than 70 here on the metadata portal. And you can find, I hope, a lot of them. But if you don't find the parachain that you need, you can just create the issue in the metadata portal GitHub. Okay, so I'm going to scan it again. Okay, so now I can proceed. And this is the QR code with my signature. Just a second. Okay, now the operation is being submitted. And you see that the balance has already changed. So I even can check it in the subscan. So let me open it. And you see that 18 seconds ago, the transfer was made and the one dot was transferred. So that's how it works. So pretty easy. And also we can try to transfer another tokens. For example, in Akala network, because Akala tokens are managed by another type of pallet. It's called the ORML. And I'm going to send to this address, for example, not much, 5 ACA tokens, and make the same thing that I did before. Okay, so I scanned this QR code, and now I should scan the QR code back. Wait when operation will be submitted. And yeah, nice. The amount was changed, means that transaction passed. But we are waiting when the operation will be finalized. Okay, so operation success once again. So let's try to check it in the block explorer once again in order to be sure that it works. So I replace here with Akala and put here my account. Okay, and once again, I see that the transfer was made and yeah, 5 AKA tokens were transferred. Okay, sounds good. I think that last chain that we should check is Kusama Asset Hub. And let's try to transfer RMRK token there. So I put here the address once again, and not much. I think 0.4.5 will be enough. So once again, the screen with the confirmation and the Polkadot yeah, I think I should wait when QR code appears. Sometimes it takes a few seconds to get it. And scan it back. Okay, bad signature. I see. So let's try to make it once again. Maybe something went wrong during the QR code scanning. Yeah, probably something may be wrong because QR code is generated for a long time, but no worries. Let's wait. Yeah, it appeared. And let's proceed. I see that the balance in the background already has changed, and you can see that how fast our application reacts to the balances change. That's because it's subscribed to the storage directly on the blockchain. So no any middleware, not any third-party services, just a direct subscription to the blockchain service that is pretty safe and secure. Yeah, so let's try to check this operation of the Block Explorer 2. So it's called Kusama Asset Hub. And seems that it is not renamed because it was called StateMine before. Okay, so let's check my account here. And you see that 50 seconds ago, the asset transfer was made, and the amount is 5. And yeah, this is a blank amount with a lot of the zeros there. Yeah, so that's how transfers work, and that's how the watch only works. And before we proceed, I'd like to know if there are any questions, so you'd like to get some clarification or ask me to make more operations here. Yeah, Steve, it's a good question. I think you are asking about live clients, and if so, we'll back to it at the end of a demo when I'll be covering the live client topics. And now I should say that this is made through the WebSocket connection, and with the socket connection, you can subscribe to the storage changes. Okay, so then let's proceed. Okay, yeah. Thank you for asking question. It's really important to get the feedback from you. Okay, then let's proceed with the multi-sigs. So I'm not going to cover a lot of theory about the multi-sigs. We discussed it in our previous demo, and you can find it on our YouTube channel. So the multi-sig is a wallet tool, so it's pretty straightforward that you should click here on the wallet tab, click to add, and click to add the multi-sig. Okay, so but before we proceed, let me explain that the multisig that we use is using the Spektr matrix protocol for communication with the signatories. So that's why you may be surprised that some additional actions are required, but I will explain it everything in details. So once again, let's go back here. I'm going to add a multisig. And that's what I say. I should log into the Matrix account. And the Matrix is a open source messenger that we can use, and we are using it for secure and decentralized message exchange. So first of all, I should enter the home server because Matrix is decentralized and anyone can host it. So I use matrix.org, and my username is this one. Just a second. And my password is here, and I should log in. Okay, I should wait some time when the login will happen. And if you don't have Matrix account, you can click register, and it will lead to the element registration. And after that, you will be able to log into. It usually takes some time. Okay, so now I am logged in, and you can see that it's marked here. And I'm going to create my wallet, multisig wallet. So let's say demo1. And here I see my wallets and contacts that I should use for composing the multisig. The multisig should be composed from at least two accounts. So first one is demo1. It's my wallet that I added in the beginning of the demo. And the second will be my second signatory account. But I should add it before into the contact list. So I can add contact here, select the name, my second signatory, for example. And then I should enter this signatory's matrix ID in order to be able to exchange messages with him. So it's another matrix account and the address. So I'm going to edit, and now I can select it. So now I have two accounts selected, and select the threshold 2 and click to the continue. Now I see the overview of my multisig wallet and click create. So it's being created. The name is demo1, and here I see the animation. And okay, let's wait just a second. Seems that there are some problems with animation. I don't know. Okay, let me try to maybe just hide and open the application once again. And here I should see my multisig wallet. Yeah. So yeah, my multisig wallet was created, and now I see the balances of this wallet. I have some tokens in Akala, Edgeware, and Westend. And also I see that I already made some operation with this multisig wallet with the Polkadot.js apps, and it was loaded from the chain. There is no too much, but I'm going to create more a little bit later. But before that, let me show what happens on another signatory's laptop. So I'm going to stop sharing and share a screen on another laptop. Okay. So this is the laptop of my second signatory, and I should go to the settings and log into the matrix. So I click matrix.org, then my account and the password, and I log in. So let's wait. Okay, so it's logged in, and now the invitation should be received by this account. I can check the notifications, and you see that new multi-sig wallet added, demo1 with threshold 2 and 2 signatories. It's exactly the same that I created on my first laptop. I can switch to this account, and now I see the same picture that I saw on my previous laptop. So the same operations and the same signatory name. And now you shouldn't, with another Spektr, you shouldn't share the multi-sig manually. It will be shared automatically using the Spektr matrix protocol. So let's switch me back and I will create the operation. Okay, so for example, I'm going to create a transfer. I have some assets on this account. And for example, I'm going to send some VND tokens to my first account. I click to send, I put the address here. And for example, I'm going to send one VND and I can add the operation name, for example, monthly bonus. Okay, so I clicked okay, this transaction already exists. Then let's try to put 1.23. Okay, and now I should sign this multi-sig operation and pay attention that the signatory has added here. And it means that the first signature will be made by this signatory. So I prepare my Polkadot vault and I click to scan. Okay, and now I scan back the QR code. And if you used the Polkadot.js apps before this, you remember that the call data with the operation description won't be shared with our signatories. So now you can see in the operation list that the monthly bonus, the description is here. And also you see that it's a transfer of 1.23 VND. And also you can check the log that says that this account created this operation, and you can check it in the block explorer. And also in the block explorer, you can check the details of this operation and check the advanced details with the call hash, call data, and yeah, and other things. And now let me share what the second signatory sees. Just a second. Okay, so surprise. The second signatory sees the same thing. It sees the transfer of 1.23 and even the description was transferred with the Spektr matrix protocol. And in the log, you see that the Pavel signatory created this operation. And the Pavel signatory is my name in this signatory address book. So it was matched by the address. And now, because the call data was transferred as well, this signatory may approve this operation too. So let me do it. So the second signatory signs this operation with the Polkadot vault, and no call data is needed because it was already transferred and decoded in order to show that it's a transfer. So I scan the operation, and now I continue. Okay, submitting approval, and yeah, it's executed. Great. So let's see what the first signatory sees. Okay, so pretty fast. The first signatory sees the same picture, and second signatory has signed the operation as well, according to this log, and it was 2 minutes after the first signatory signed this operation. Whew, yeah, so pretty quick. It took only 2 minutes to sign the multi-sig operation without using some messengers. Only one application, Nova Spektr, was used for it. And also you can check it in the Block Explorer. PubScan allows to check how the multi-sig execution goes. And we see the same picture here. Great. Okay, so also our application allows to cancel the multi-sig operation. Let's try to make another thing. I'm going to make, for example, staking the West End. My account already stakes something, and I'm going to, for example, stake more. Okay, so I stake additional 2 VNDs, and I continue and sign it with a Polkadot Vault. And the first signatory signs it. Okay, and I'm submitting the approval. Okay, so let's check what I see in aberrations. I see the stake more, right? So, and now how it works. I will click to reject, and I will click to sign it with a Polkadot Vault. I enter the reject reason. Let's say that I will say wrong parameters. And let's check what will happen in real time on the second signatory screen. So I will share it, and you will see what will happen. So I'm sharing it. Okay, now you see take more 2 VND and increase stake by 2 VND is a description, and the advanced details are here, and file signatory has signed it. And now on my first laptop, I'm going to reject it. I will comment what I'm doing. So I'm clicking to the reject. I click to sign with a Polkadot Vault. I'm entering the reject reason. For example, wrong amount, exclamation mark. And now I scan the QR code, and now I scan it back. Seems that the mortality was wrong. Just a second, I will sign it again. Wrong amount. Okay, continue. So now I'm scanning back the QR code. And now you see that reject reason added, it's a wrong amount, and Paddle signatory has rejected this operation, and truly it was rejected. And in the log, I see that Paddle signatory has created this operation, and in 2 minutes it was rejected. Okay, great. So let me share my first laptop back. You'll see the same picture there. Okay, so yeah, you see the same picture, but my wallet here is called demo1. And in the log, I see that the demo1 made the same thing. And in the Explorer, I see the same things. So it was rejected. Yeah, I think that it's enough for showing the multisig. It's really powerful as Spektr matrix protocol technology. You can play around with it. And before we proceed, let me check if there are any questions. Okay. Yeah, thanks, Yaroslav. It looks really great. Okay, so our next topic is multi-shard operation. And I think we can start without the theory, because I explained what is a multi-shard a few demos later. But if to be short, it's the account that allows to manage you a set of accounts on a single chain in the same time, and to operate with it as with a single account. I think it will be much easier to show than to explain. So I go to add to the wallet, and I'm going to add it with a Polkadot Vault. And I select my multi-shard wallet in the Polkadot Vault, and I export it. So it will be multi-frame QR code because a lot of accounts are encoded there. And saying a lot, I mean 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. So them are multi-shard. And I can quickly fill the account names there and click to continue. Cool. Okay. So here is my demo multi-shard, and here I see my tokens. So let's wait for a few seconds. It should be loaded. And I have only VND tokens there because, yeah, for the test purposes, especially for the multi-shard, I need a lot of them. Okay, before we are waiting, let's check the staking. So on the staking dashboard here, we have the West End, and I see that my shards inside the multi-shard wallet are not staking. And I can select all of them, click the start staking. I see the balances wasn't loaded. Okay, let's wait for a second here. Because while balances are not loaded, Nova Spektr thinks that I don't have any tokens. Okay, now it's loaded, 14 VNDs. And I go to staking. I select the West End. And I'm going to select my accounts here. And I'm going to start staking. And you see the available amount from 0 to 2 because every shard have 2 VNDs. I can start stake for 1. And I select that I'm going to restake rewards. And now I select the validators that I'd like to nominate. For example, 6 of them. And now I'm going to sign it. So I have 7 accounts, 7 shards, and 5 validators selected with restake rewards. And because this staking extrinsic will be made from the 7 accounts, the 7 transactions will be sent at the same time. And 7 transactions should be signed at the same time. So this is something new that we developed together with the Polkadot team. And we are using the multi-frame QR codes here. So I'm going to sign it. Yeah, generating the QR code takes some time. So let's wait. Okay, yeah, now it's generated. And I have to scan this QR code back. Okay, so I click the continue. And scan this multi-frame QR code. And now 7 approvals are going to be submitted. And while they're submitting, I'm going to check the messages. Yeah, Lima, thanks for the comment. And Steve, thanks for your UI review. And now you see that everything, for every account, I have 1 VND staked. And I also can now stake more, unstake, change validators, and change reward destination. So if you check the validators, you see that these 5 that I selected are now, I will be used. But I decided to change my mind. So for this 7 account, I'm going to change validators. And I select this one, for example, parity West End validator 2. So all the validators for these 7 accounts, this validator will be used. Okay, let me try to sign it again. I take my Polkadot vault, and now just let me wait for a few seconds. Okay, so now I'm going to sign it. Okay. And submitting the approval. Yeah, it usually takes some time because 7 operations. Okay, seems it was submitted. And let's check validators. Seems it wasn't applied. let's wait. Okay, for the second account was already applied. And for the first one as well. I think for the last one, it was applied too. Okay, so that is a multi-shard. So it allows you to manage multiple shards, multiple keys or multiple accounts at the same time, in the same manner as you're working with a single account. So it's really useful. I think that we'll post the article in details about the multi-shard vision, how it may be used. And I think that some of you will find it really interesting and valuable, especially for the enterprises. Okay, so let's go to the settings. It's the really important part of the application. And let me start from the matrix connection. So you can manage your matrix connection that we set up before here. So you can log out and also you can verify your session. Let me explain what it means. And for that purpose, let me jump into the element chat. I use the element chat as a matrix client for chatting. And you see that here is a new login and asking, was this you? Nova Spektr, it's our application. Yes, it was me. Great. So, and also what I see here is a room that's called Nova Spektr MST Demo 1. And this room with me and my second account, and this room is being used for exchanging the events. You can't see it here because it's a not chatting events. It's a matrix events, but it's another kind of events that are not displayed in this chat. And regarding the security and privacy, you can check that, just a second. Where is it? Cryptography. I'm going to check where is my sessions. I don't see it. Yes, sessions, sorry. So I see that I have an unverified session, the Nova Spektr, and let me verify it because sometimes it's really annoying. And also some persons doesn't allow to communicate with them if you don't have all session verified. So I'm going to use a file edit and I upload it. It's a file with my element keys. I click to verify, and now you see that the Nova Spektr is verified. Let me check an element. And now you see that all the sessions are verified right now. So where is it? Yeah, I don't know where it is, but it should be here because we already saw this Nova Spektr session. Yeah, here it is. Last activity at 1 minute ago. So the next thing that we can check here in the settings is a network management. And here you see that we have 72 available networks and all of them are running well. And for Polkadot and Kusama, I can switch to the light client, but as I said, it's experimental feature. It doesn't work pretty well. And for other chains, you're able to do the following things. Let me show, for example, on this one, on 3-day pass. I can disable it all, and I won't be able to use it. I can select another node because auto balance is the strategy that select the node, and if connection is bad, it connects to another node. So I can make the application to work with some specific node. And also I can add a custom node if I have once. So I can enter its name and enter the address and use this node for connection. For example, I can host my own node at home and use it. And let me show interesting thing. For example, for West End, I can disable it. Okay. And then I can go to the staking and select West End here. And now you see that application realized that network is inactive and I should check it. So I can back to the network settings, find the West End, it will be at the top where disabled network are listed, and click here, for example, parity node. And let's find the west end again. Oh, really quick. It was connected really quick. And I go to staking and I see the west end. Now I see my stake here, and the same for the balances. Okay, let's check what's happening with the light clients. Seems that they connecting. Oh, Kusama is connected. Okay, let's try to check if there are some assets loaded in the Kusama network. For example, for this watch-only wallet. Yeah, so it's loaded and it's pretty good. And the last thing, let's try to wait while Polkadot will be connected. Let's try to switch once again back to the live client. Maybe it will be pretty little. No, it's connected to the auto balance, and let's wait for live client connection. And while we are waiting, let me show one more useful thing for the multi-sig. It was something that may be useful for you. Not everyone is using something happened. So not everyone is using the Nova Spektr right now. And for the multi-sigs, there may be a case when some of the signatories use the Polkadot.js apps, for example, or other applications. And let me show the case, how we work it around. So here's the same multi-sig account that I used before. And I'm going to make a transfer from, for example, from this account to this account, from the multi-sig account to this account. And I click to send. I select send to the signatory 2, and I select, to this account. I going to send one token. And you see that the call data is here. I'm going to sign it with the signatory 1. What can I do? I can copy this call data. I sign this iteration for sure. Just a second. Yeah, I sign it. Okay, so it should be executed. And Polkadot.js apps isn't connected to the matrix. So it's just the application that works with the blockchain. But let's check the Nova Spektr. Yeah, seems that the light client won't be connected. Sometimes it's happened. That's why this feature is still experimental. So let me switch back to the auto balance in order not to wait. Okay, so I'm going to operations, and you see that this operation appeared here, but it's unknown because we don't have a call data. But we can check anyway that the demo one has signed this operation, and the demo one is this account. It's my first signature from this wallet. And in the log, I see the same information. I can reject this operation, yes, because for rejection, I don't need a call data, but the call data button appeared here, and I can press here, enter the call data. If it's wrong, then application will say that it's an incorrect call data. I clicked here, and you see it's appeared that it's a transfer. So it's really cool. So the call data may be provided here. And moreover, let me show it in my second application. I'm going to stop sharing the screen and share it on the another laptop. Just a second. You see the same transfer, but the call data was shared here as well. And the information about this operation is here. It's a transfer of the one VNV. Okay, so I think that's all about the application. I think that we should, yeah. proceed to the rest of the slides. So we went through all the features that we made, and the source code will be published, and it will be in the Nova Summer Tech company. The name of the product is Nova Spektr, as I said, and you can find the wiki that's called docs.novaspectr.io, and here will be some guides for working with all the features that we went through today. The next thing is social media where you can follow us. It's Twitter, Telegram, and Medium. And also the recording will be published on the YouTube. So I will let you know when it will be ready. So follow us in our social media in Polkadot direction. And I think that's all. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask them in the chat. Okay, so if there are no questions, let's wrap up and have a good evening and good weekend. See you. Bye bye.